on to the regular scheduled meeting of the Birmingham City Council, the virtual meeting, February 23rd, 2021 at 9:30 a.m. We're going to have our invocation by Councilor Hoyt and our Pledge of Allegiance by Councilor Williams. Councilor Hoyt.
Can you hear me? I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah, we're working through it. I'm sorry.
Okay. All right. Well, let us bow our heads. Eternal God, our Father, we thank you this day, God. You have allowed us to be in this moment, Lord, of service. God, we ask that you continue to guide us and direct us in all that we do. God, we ask that we take care of the business of this city in a way that you will be pleased with. And God, we thank you for the leadership of the mayor, this council, those department heads who make a difference every day on behalf of all the citizens. These and other blessings we ask in Jesus' precious name we pray. Amen.
I've been locked out. This is William. Where President Pro Tem, you might have to.
All right, thank you, Mr. President. We can hear you, we just can't see you.
Okay, and I'm working through that right quick.
Okay.
Yes,
Well, I'll go ahead.
Okay.
If you'd like me to go ahead, I'll continue.
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning, councilors. Thank you for that invocation, Councilor Hoyt. Now we'll have the Pledge of Allegiance led by Councilor Hunter Williams. Councilor Williams on.
It doesn't appear that Councilor Williams has joined.
All right, Councilor Smitherman, would you go ahead and lead us, please? Do you mind?
Yes, ma'am. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much. At this time, Mr. Clerk, would you lead us in a roll call?
Okay, Council Member Abbott.
Present.
Council Member Hilliard.
Present.
Council Member Hoyt.
Present.
Council Member O'Quinn.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Council Member Smitherman.
Morning.
Good morning. Council Member Williams.
Good morning.
Council Member Woods. Council Member Woods. Council Pro Tem Alexander.
Present, good morning.
Good morning. Council President Parker.
President, can you see me?
We can't see you, but we can hear you. Your name is visible on the screen. Have you turned on your video?
Yeah, I'm working through that. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I'll keep trying.
Hey, would you like for me to continue?
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. Just give me a second.
Sure, thank you. At this time, we'd like to call for a motion for approval of the minutes from previous meetings. The minutes that are ready are from August 11th, August 18th, August 25th, and August 31st of 2020. And Mr. Clerk, just for procedures, can we take all of those in one vote?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so if I can have a motion for approval of those minutes, please.
Motion to approve.
Second.
It's been moved and second. Clerk, you have to call the roll for that.
Yes, ma'am, to make sure everyone's here. So I have Councilor Williams and Council Member Smitherman, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Council Member Abbott.
Aye.
Council Member Hilliard.
Aye.
Council Member Hoyt.
Yes.
Council Member O'Quinn.
Yes.
Council Member Smitherman.
Aye.
Council Member Williams.
Aye.
Council Member Woods, are you in? Council Pro Tem Alexander.
Aye.
Council President Parker.
Here.
Right.
Yes.
And those minutes are approved. The minutes from September 1st, 2020 through February 16th, 2021 are not ready. And so it looks like you're ready now, Mr. President. I'll turn it back over to you. Are you okay?
Yes, ma'am. Is the echo? Okay. I'm so sorry. Let's go through the consent agenda.
I'm sorry. Did
He's
you say
calling
something,
the
Mr.
consent
President?
agenda, Mr. Clerk.
Oh, can you give the
Yes,
statement
and we
of
need that
emergency
statement.
and the vote on the statement?
Yes. All items designated as consent are routine and non-controversial, and will be approved by one motion. No separate discussion of these items would be permitted unless a council member, the mayor, or citizen interested in a public hearing so requests. If so, such items will revert to its normal place on the agenda order of business. All matters of permanent operation will be read. All other matters will be announced by reading the item number only. All public hearings will be announced.
Also, Madam Pro Tem, I think Councilor Parker has a statement that
Yes,
the city.
there's another statement, and I don't have it in front of me, Councilor.
Okay.
Parker has.
I have it if Counselor Parker is not available. This is Nicole King.
Yeah, look, I'll read it. All right, go ahead, Attorney King. We're having some issues here. I'm sorry.
Okay, if the council can take a vote once I read the statement, the council of the city of Birmingham, having reviewed the agenda presented for this meeting, hereby finds that the proposed actions contained on the agenda to be considered at this meeting constitute essential minimum functions of this body. I will need a motion and a second and a vote.
So moved.
Second.
Okay,
So
so
it's
I
been
have
moved and properly second. Now, Mr. Clerk, can you call?
Williams and Councilor Smitherman for the motion.
Yes.
And roll call, Councilmember Abbott,
Aye.
Councilmember Hilliard,
Aye.
Councilmember Hoyt,
Yes.
Councilmember O'Quinn,
Yes.
Councilmember Smitherman,
Aye.
Councilmember Williams,
Aye.
Councilmember Woods, Council Pro Tem Alexander,
Aye.
Council President Parker. Someone declare the vote, please.
Yes, the vote passes. Thank you. And now I believe we can consider the consent agenda, Mr. Clerk.
Yes, ma'am. The consent agenda starts on page 2. We have items
The video.
1 and 2 on consent.
So we can start it.
We skip over to page 3. And we have items 4, 5, 6 on consent. Page 4, we have items 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11 on consent. Page 5, we have items 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16 on consent. Page 6, we have items 17, 18, 19, 20, and 21 on consent. Page 7, we have items 22, 23, and 24 on consent. And that concludes the consent agenda, and you have 2 addendum items.
Okay, all right, I think, am I back now?
You're on, Mr. President.
Okay, all right, I'm sorry. Had the video on twice, so that's what was creating it. So I do apologize. Okay, there are questions on the consent agenda and the addendums. Councilor, someone saying something? Let's see. Are we good with the consent agenda? Okay, all right. I'm just getting back up again. All right, can we add number 3 as a consent item? Also, the two addendums 28 and 29.
Mr. President,
I
Yes,
don't see the addendums.
don't you think that item 3 should be read just so people know that we're having neighborhood elections?
Yes, ma'am. Okay, let me take that back. Okay, now I'm looking at the agenda. Yes, ma'am. Okay, that's fine. 3 stays off. That's right. Councilor Hoyt now.
Yeah, if you could read 28, I think you said 28.
Yeah, thus it's for William Parker to attend meetings with the Alabama legislature today, and also on Friday to meet with Alabama State University officials regarding some demonstrations they're doing at their stadium as we prepare for some things we want to do for Legion Field. That is item 28. Item 29 is a resolution of support for Birmingham City Council's 2021 legislative agenda. As you know, legislature's in session and working with Councilor Woods, and we've all kind of walked through it. And so here's some of the items supporting statewide gaming. There are several items that are listed in the resolution.
Do we have a cut? Was a copy sent out?
Yes, sir. Mr. Fraser should have sent that out. You should have got it. Sir, this morning, I think.
Via email.
Yes.
So we're going to vote on something that was presented this morning?
Well, these are things we've been discussing over the last 2 months. I had conversations with Councilor Woods and with his committee and others that have been talking about it over the last couple of months.
Could you list the items on there? Because I don't have it up there, man.
Okay, it's supporting additional economic relief funding for COVID-19 vaccinations and small businesses, supporting a statewide gaming constitutional amendment, automated traffic enforcement systems, enabling legislation that will allow for enhanced fines for littering, enabling legislation that will allow for alcohol sales by mobile vendors, enabling legislation that ties vehicle parking fines to annual car tag renewal, expansion of the number of entertainment districts allowed within the municipality, amendments to the cemetery board, House Bill 439, where we're trying to make sure that board is fully enforceable, and also repealing the Alabama Memorial Preservation Act, that's House Bill 8.
Okay.
And I think there was also there was one where it was delivering alcohol sales by mobile vendors, also making sure that the distributors are receiving this approval, but also the fact we want to see about supporting the producers of the beer and wine bill. So that's legislation that's also moving in Montgomery.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, all right. So we'll keep all those items on consent. And we have read everything. Need a motion now for the consent agenda.
Move the consent agenda.
Second.
Okay. I have Councilor Alexander and Councilmember Hilliard. Would that be correct?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Voting should be open. Councilmember Abbott,
Aye.
Councilmember Hilliard,
Aye.
Councilmember Hoyt,
Yes.
Councilmember O'Quinn,
Yes.
Councilmember Smith,
Aye.
Councilmember Williams,
Aye.
Councilmember Woods. Fill out. Council Pro Tem Alexander,
Aye.
Council President Parker.
Aye. Okay, the consent agenda passes. All right, first item, Mr. Clerk.
All right. 1 second, please. Let's see, we're going to item 3.
Yes, sir.
A resolution amending the Citizens Participation Plan, titled the CP Plan, only with respect to the election of the neighborhood association officers, which would have been scheduled under the citizen participation plan to occur in October 2020, to provide that the election date for the neighborhood association officers will be March the 30th, 2021, and to make corresponding modifications to the election related deadlines and procedures otherwise provided for in the citizen participation plan. Motion.
Move the item.
Second.
Second.
All right, the item is before you.
Mr. President,
Morning. Good morning, Ms. Abbott.
yeah, I just wanted to ask one question about the elections. You know, in the citizen participation plan guidelines, we have a requirement for attendance in order to run for officer. And we have neighborhoods who have not held a meeting in a year. And so I'm wondering if we need to make modifications also to allow for the lack of attendance, the fact that no one is qualified to run for officer if they haven't had any meetings for a year. You know, that's a requirement.
Okay. Chief Sparks or Mr. Mitchell want to address that?
So Ms. Alice Williams, if she's not, she hasn't gotten access yet as a presenter, we'll make sure that, there she is.
She's on.
Good morning. I'm Alice Williams and I serve as Deputy Director of Community Resource Services. And yes, ma'am, Ms. Abbott, that has been an issue. We put the announcement out this past April for neighborhood meetings to resume virtually. And so they are aware of the requirements per the CAB. They've stuck to that, that they prefer the 4 meeting attendance for this 2020 cycle. So we're going to stick to that 2020 4 meeting requirements per the CAB.
Okay, so that means that a lot of our current officers will not be qualified to run. So how's that going to work?
So the CAB, the CP plan also allows for if a person is not qualified when we hold the election, they also have the option of voting in meetings. So we're going to have to use that. Looks like that's the other option we'd have to use because a lot of them have not met. We are using the virtual meeting platform, so they are using that. But those people that don't feel comfortable using that, they would have to just run during the normal neighborhood meeting process.
Okay, and one other question regarding the neighborhoods is, do we keep a list of all of the members of the neighborhood executive committee?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
Yeah, there's a lot of noise on the line. Do we have a list of all of the members of each neighborhood's executive committee if they have an executive committee?
We do not have that list, but that's something we can get for you. Yes, ma'am.
Well, it strikes me that since in some neighborhoods, that's who's making all the decisions and we don't even know who those people are.
Yes, ma'am. We've had that conversation with one neighborhood recently about that, but we'll definitely pull that list together and update the council.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. President.
Are there any other questions before we vote on item 3? Okay, if not, Mr. Clerk, we're ready.
Councilmember Abbott.
Aye.
Councilmember Hilliard.
Aye.
Councilmember Hoyt. Councilmember Hoyt. Councilmember O'Quinn.
Yes.
Councilmember Smitherman.
Aye.
Councilmember Williams.
Aye.
Councilmember Woods, still absent. Council Pro Tem Alexander.
Aye.
Council President Parker.
Aye. That item passes. President Pro Tem Alexander, can you carry on? I think I'm still having some additional things I need to try to work on this computer. So if you could take it on out, if you don't mind.
Will do.
Thank
Mr.
you.
Clerk, I believe we're ready for the next item. We have some public hearings to set.
Okay, next item should be item 25. It is on page 7. A resolution setting a public hearing March the 23rd, 2021 to consider the adoption of an ordinance to amend the zoning district map of the city of Birmingham, case number ZAC 2020-23, to change zone district boundaries from QC2 to HID, which is Health and Institutional District, to allow for a new college, a Biblical Higher Education Institute, filed by Cole Williams, representing the owner, Church of the Highlands Incorporated, for property located at 3660 Grandview Parkway, and situated in the southwest quarter of Section 26, Township 18 South, Range 2 West, Birmingham. The hearing will be held in the council chambers, 3rd floor, City Hall, unless the governor's state of emergency proclamation and authorization for the electronic meetings are extended past March the 8th, 2021, due to continuing COVID-19 pandemic. In the event that the governor's proclamation is extended beyond March the 8th, the council meeting and this hearing will be held virtually via Cisco WebEx. To participate in this meeting, you will need to follow the link provided below or use the call-in information provided. This link will also be available for public participation, even if the council meets in the council chambers. If you would like to attend the conference via your computer, follow the link that's provided. If you would like to attend via phone, dial 1-415-655-0002 and then enter 187-053-6519 #. If you have joined by computer and wish to speak to the item, please use the raise hand button in the WebEx application. If you have joined by phone, you will be given the opportunity to speak after recognition of the speakers using the online platform. If you have joined the meeting by telephone and would like to request to speak, dial *3 when prompted during the hearing. Please be patient. Speakers will be given the usual 3-minute limit for comments. If you have any questions about participation in one of these hearings, you may contact the council's public information officer by email, kimberly.garner@birminghamal.gov. A motion on the item, please.
Move the item.
Second.
Councilmember Williams and Councilmember O'Quinn with the second.
We can call for the vote.
Okay. Councilmember Abbott.
Aye.
Councilmember Hilliard.
Aye.
Councilmember Hoyt.
Yes.
Councilmember O'Quinn.
Yes.
Councilmember Smitherman.
Aye.
Councilmember Williams.
Aye.
Councilmember Woods. Still out. Council Pro Tem Alexander.
Aye.
Council President Parker is out. All right.
So that moves. Thank you. Next item, Mr. Clerk.
Okay, it should be item 26. A resolution setting a public hearing March the 23rd, 2021 to consider the adoption of an ordinance to amend the zoning district map of the city of Birmingham, case number ZAC 2020-24, to change zone district boundaries from R3 single family district to QI1 qualified light manufacturing district, filed by C. Randall Minor, representing the owner, Resin Mod Space LLC, for the property located at 3701 65th Street North and situated in the northwest quarter of Section 17, Township 17 South, Range 2 West, Birmingham. The hearing will be held in the City Council chambers as well, this 3rd floor, City Hall, unless the governor's state of emergency proclamation and authorization for electronic meetings are extended past March the 8th, 2021, due to the continuing COVID-19 pandemic. In the event that the governor's proclamation is extended beyond March the 8th, the council meeting and this hearing will be held virtually via Cisco WebEx. To participate, you will need to follow the link provided below or use the call-in information provided. This link will also be available for public participation, even if the council meets in the council chambers. If you would like to attend via your computer, follow the link provided. If you would like to attend via phone, dial 1-415-655-002 and then enter 187-053-6519 #. If you have joined by computer and wish to speak to the item, please use the raise hand button in the WebEx application. If you have joined by phone, you will be given the opportunity to speak after recognition of the speakers using the online platform. If you have joined the meeting by telephone and would like to request to speak, dial *3. When prompted during the hearing, please be patient. Speakers will be given the usual 3-minute limit for comments. If you have any questions about participation in one of these hearings, you may contact the council's public information office by emailing kimberly.garner@birminghamal.gov. Motion, please.
Move the item.
I move approval.
Second.
I have Councilor O'Quinn and Councilor Williams. Voting should be open. Councilmember Abbott.
Aye.
Councilmember Hilliard.
Aye.
Councilmember Hoyt. Councilmember O'Quinn.
Yes.
Councilmember Smitherman. Councilmember Williams.
Aye.
Councilmember Woods. Council Pro Tem Alexander.
Aye.
Council President Parker. Okay, that vote passes.
Thank you. That vote passes. The next item was item 27, and that's just an emergency purchase notice.
Okay.
Correct, Mr. Clerk?
Receiving the emergency purchase notice from the purchasing agent relative to the flat roof on the fire equipment bay at fire station number 19.
Do we have a motion to move the item?
It's not necessary, Madam.
All right, thank you. You just have to read it. Thank you
Yes,
very
ma'am.
much. The next item on our agenda, it will be the adjournment. Is there a motion for adjournment?
Madam President,
And yes, Ms. Abbott, you have an announcement. Yes.
I do. And before
Sure.
before we adjourn, the next virtual budget and finance meeting will be March 8th, 2021 at 3:30 p.m. Submissions are due on Wednesday, March 3rd by 12 noon. There are no exceptions. Submission sheet should be made in Word and submission and all supporting documents in PDF. So we appreciate everyone's cooperation.
Thank you.
Yes,
It's very nice to see you on the beach. Enjoying.
Yeah, I'm going to get in my bathing suit in a minute.
Very nice. Thank you. At this time, we'll call for adjournment. Do I have a motion?
Madam Pro Tem?
Yes, Mr. Hoyt.
Yes, we're having Transportation Committee
Perfect.
Tuesday at 12 o'clock.
Thank you. That's Tuesday at 12. And that's posted. You have is it virtual or in-house, Mr. Hoyt, or both? It's virtual?
I think we're gonna do both.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you. And we'll look for that also posted on our council pages. Any other announcements of meetings? With that being said, then we'll go ahead and ask for an adjournment. Do I have a motion for adjournment?
So moved.
Second.
Second.
All right, all in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed.
Thank you, everyone. Have a great day. Stay safe.